has started and played in all of the Bruins games so far this season. First pitch upcoming, Lancers and Bruins. On the ground, Malachi Russell-Millen on a cross 4-3 for the putout, and we are underway here in Riverside. 6:07. The time of your first pitch. We'll bring up the senior, Savannah Pola. Pola on the season hitting .453. She's out of Santa Ana. Paula on the season, 7 home runs, 39 runs driven in, slugging percentage of .781. Mentioned the Bruins, 36 wins on the season, bunt shown. Paula takes this one inside. The Bruins have produced 14 shutout victories this year, as well as 22 mercy rule victories, as this one is laced in the right field. So Savannah Pola, our first base runner of the game, she's at first with 1 out. That'll bring up Jordan Woolery. So bat on ball, got the barrel on it and hit it down the line. Now Woolery steps in. Top 3 hitters in this Bruins lineup, hitting over .400. Woolery sends this one deep to center field, and this one is not coming back. So Jordan Woolery hits her 17th home run of the season. RBI number 59 and 60. And just like that, the Bruins are on top, 2-0. On the outer half of the plate, Woolery. So 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Megan Grant. Grant bats from the left-hand side, hitting .384 on the year. I mentioned the Bruins with 22 mercy wins on the season. That is a new record for the Bruins softball club. 21 was the old record from 2 seasons ago. Hollingsworth checks the wristband placard, but now asks for time. Grant got quite a bit of pop as well. She's got 17 home runs, 57 runs driven in. For the 7th-ranked Bruins on an 8-game winning streak. Next one off the plate. On the inside corner. Woolery coming into the game ranked 5th in the country in RBIs. She's now tied for 2nd with Katie Stewart of Texas. Meanwhile, Megan Grant was tied for 6th, and now she draws a 1-out walk. So Grant on at first, and here's the freshman, Kanaya Bragg. Another look at that pitch in the dirt. Kanaya hitting .347 on the season. She's out of Garden Grove and lifts this one out to right field. Sevens will get under that and put it away with 2 hands, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first. So 2 outs, runner at first, 2 across here in the inning. And here's the designated player, Alexis Ramirez. Off speed on the outside corner. Good pitch from Hollingsworth there. 0-1. Ramirez on the season, small sample size, hitting just .211, 4 hits in 19 at-bats. Hollingsworth dots the inside corner after clipping the outside corner. Now on top of the count, 0-2. Ramirez, one of her 4 hits, a home run. She has 6 RBIs, so a little bit of pop for the sophomore. Out of Whittier, California, went to Lucerna High School. Batting for the right-hand side here. Trying to keep the inning going with 2 outs. On the ground, gets past Malachi Russell Millen in the center field, and the Bruins have runners at first and third. So UCLA keeps the bats churning, and that's going to draw an early conference to the circle as Sophia Mojica gets ready to step to the batter's box. So the Bruins, part of the Big Ten Conference, they're 9-1 in conference. Their one loss came against the Iowa Hawkeyes in Iowa. That was a couple weeks back. There's Mia Kruger with her input behind the plate. Annika Hollingsworth, the freshman, giving a listen. The umpire is going to come out and try to speed things up. Behind home plate is Smokey Eds. Over at first base, Hal Van Ristwick. And at third, Lyle Dove. So 2 across already here in the first. It was Jordan Woolery with the 2-run blast. Now the Bruins trying to extend this first inning advantage and give quite a cushion to their freshman hurler, Addison Fisher. There's Mojica. First one, change up on the inside corner, strike 1. Mojica is a freshman out of San Diego, went to Granite Hills High School. 17 hits in 57 at-bats, good for a .298 average. 5 home runs, 25 runs driven in, and looking for an RBI or 2 with that swing there, but came up empty. 0-2. So Hollingsworth, the freshman for the Lancers, trying to limit the damage here against one of the top teams in the country. Swung on and missed, and Hollingsworth able to do just that. She gets out of the inning, but 2 across for UCLA. Lancers coming up in just a moment here on ESPN+. For the Lancers, it'll be Severns, Estrada, Penberthy. If anybody gets on. Ashley Annette. Severns on the season, hitting .329, slaps at this one and fouls it at home plate. We have a little break in the action if you wanted to show the Altura Credit Union home batting order as we get a little break. The home plate umpire talking things over. There's Severns, Estrada, Penberthy, Ashley Annette, Kalena Burns, Sydney Soto, Robeson, Kruger, and Russell Millen. Again, your Altura Credit Union home batting order. This one, Severns fouls away at the plate, staying alive on a pitch real close. Severns, the sophomore, out of Norco, went to Norco High School. Plays spoiler to another tough pitch there from Addison Fisher. Fisher, the freshman, this is her 21st appearance on the season, her 13th game started. 68 innings pitched, 60 hits allowed, 22 runs, 21 of those earned. Opposing batters hitting just .233 against the freshman from Bend, Oregon, who is the first player for the Bruins out of Oregon. There she is in the circle tonight, at least to start for the Bruins. 1-2 on the ground. Nice and easy play. Kanaya Bragg on across to Megan Grant. 6-3 on the putout. 1 out in the inning. And the senior Priscilla Estrada will come up. Severns has good speed, but a quick hopper out to Kanaya Bragg. And she's a real good shortstop out there, so an easy play there. Here's another real good shortstop, Estrada. The senior hitting .267, wastes no time here, hits this one on the ground. Savannah Pola will put it away. So 2 quick outs here in the first, and here is Kate Penberthy. Penberthy on the season, hitting an even .300. 36 hits in 120 at-bats. She's got 4 home runs and 32 RBIs to her credit. There's Penberthy, the sophomore from Valencia. Takes this one just off the plate. The count 1-1. Next one, tipped at home plate. As far as the Western Athletic Conference goes, it's Taylor Fitch, Kaylin Hill, Makaya Gomez, Jada Cooper, Jasmine Nguyen, and then Kate Penberthy, 6th in the league. 32 runs driven in and a base hit here past a diving Savannah Pola. So a 2-out single for Kate Penberthy. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the Lancers. It's Ashley Annette. So a clean single through the middle. And the sophomore on at first. Annette on the season hitting .347. That leads the Lancers, as does her 42 base hits. She's got 4 home runs, 20 runs driven in. Annette, the junior from Eastvale, went to Roosevelt High School, trying to drive something here. Took a healthy hack, but came up empty, and the count 1-1. She had a 5-hit game against Southern Utah. That was that 18-10 victory for the Lancers. She fouls this one at the plate. Annette has started every game for the Lancers. One of 5 players to do that. Next one swung on and missed as Fisher climbs the ladder and gets the strikeout. A runner left aboard, but Osteen pulled the bat back. .333 on the season, just 2 hits in 6 at-bats, so getting an opportunity here tonight. She does have 2 RBIs to go along with those 2 hits, does Osteen. Out of Simi Valley, went to Oaks Christian School. Osteen takes this one, looked like it got her on the wrist, possibly the elbow there, but at any rate, she is on base. Yeah, it looked like it got her on that elbow guard, as a matter of fact, but she is on. Number 9 hitter now, Caitlin Terry. She bats from the left side as well. .262 on the season. Shows bunt. Takes the ball. Terry on the season, 16 hits in 61 at-bats, a home run and 14 RBIs to her credit. You also find her in the circle as well for this Bruins squad, and she gets a base hit down the line past a diving Ashley Annette. Going in for second, sliding in safely is Terry, and now the throw to the plate is a bit tardy as Osteen slides home with the third run of the evening for the Bruins. So aggressive base running there. After the base hit into the corner. A good job by Maddie Severns. Got on it quickly, but Terry, a little too quick. On the throw to the plate, Terry moves to third. So she's 60 feet away. Lancers pull the infield in. Back to the top of the order. Riley Slimp. Slimp started off the game, grounded out to second base. Here's Caitlin Terry over at third along with Kate Penberthy. Terry looking for a ride home here. Nobody out in the inning. And that one hits the inside corner. Hollingsworth, the freshman, out of Westport, Washington. Went to Aberdeen High School, a 5-year varsity letter winner there. Two one on the ground. Annette will come home. A run down. Penberthy applies the tag, diving at Osteen. At Terry. And applies the tag. Meanwhile, Riley Slimp moves over to second base. But the lead run is cut down. Three, 2-5 if you're scoring at home. So a run across in the inning. Bruins looking for more. Savannah Pola, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Already 1 for 1 in this game. Came around to score. She's now scored 52 runs on the season. Lines this one foul. So Savannah Pola, whose 52 runs scored ranks her tied for second in the nation, lifts this one out to center field, fairly deep. Sydney Soto will put it away. The throw into third. Tardy. So 2 outs. So 2 outs in the inning. And here is Jordan Woolery, who blasted a 2-run home run here just last inning. Takes the first one from Hollingsworth off the plate. 1-0. Was Jordan's 17th home run of the season, her 59th and 60th RBIs. Her slugging percentage coming in to tonight, .975. So looking for another run driven in here. 2 outs in the inning. Hollingsworth trying to get her team in the dugout and back up to the plate.
Oh, I changed it. Sorry. Yeah, I already inputted
2-1. Hollingsworth against Woolery. This one up and away. So the freshman pitching carefully here to the junior third baseman for the Bruins. Change up, dandy. That brings the count full, 3-2. Bruins on an 8-game winning streak, had a 10-game winning streak earlier in the season. Of course, when you've only got 5 losses on the season, you're going to have some lengthy winning streaks as Woolery takes that one up high, and the Bruins, once again, runners at first and third. So UCLA, 2 in the first, another across here in the second, and looking for more with 2 outs. You know what, while we've got the chance, players, Grant takes that one off the plate. Megan walked her first plate appearance, hitting .384 on the season. She's got a whole bunch of pop as well. Comes in with 17 home runs, 57 runs driven in, a .990 slugging percentage. Big Ten Player of the Week this week, Megan Grant. Hollingsworth trying to get out of the inning. Grant gives this one a ride. Out to left center field. Soto at the track will put it away. So the Bruins get another run in the inning, but Hollingsworth is able to limit the damage. Going to the second. Botting .337. Takes the first one on the inside corner for strike one from Addison Fisher. Burns on the season, 5 home runs, 16 runs driven in. Gets in on her hands a little bit here, popped up. First base, Megan Grant will put it away with 2 hands. 1 out in the second inning. Here's the senior center fielder from Bellflower, Sydney Soto. Soto on the season, hitting .306. Soto, 3 home runs, 13 runs driven in, 30 hits in 98 at bats. She's got 4 doubles and a triple as well. Soto swings and misses at this one. The home opener for the Lancers, Sydney Soto, collected the game-winning walk-off RBI on a single in the bottom of the 7th against Army. She had a big offensive game a couple weekends ago at Southern Utah, hit 2 home runs in the game. Lancers, they needed a big weekend last weekend, and they got it against Seattle U. On the ground, 2-hopper. Kanaya Bragg, the freshman, on across, 6-3 the putout. 2 outs in the inning for the Lancers. As you take a look at the play there, Stevie Robinson, the freshman, coming up now. Hitting .223 on the season, a home run and 13 RBIs, but I was starting to make the point that the Lancers really needed to have a positive weekend up in Seattle, and they were able to take 2 of 3 against the Redhawks there to improve their record in the Western Athletic Conference to 5-7. We'll show you the standings later on in the game. As Robinson comes up empty there. But Robinson, a big reason for a couple of those victories, and she was doing it with the leather. A couple of absolute pitching duels in Seattle on Friday. This one on the ground, on across, 4-3 on the putout. Savannah Pola to Megan Grant. 1, 2, 3, go the Lancers. We move to the third, 3-0. On C-Funk, another big Western Athletic Conference matchup for the Lancers in a tune-up here tonight against one of the top teams in the nation. It'll be Kanaya Bragg, the shortstop, followed by Alexis Ramirez, and then the catcher, Sofia Mojica. To face the freshman in the circle for the Lancers, Annika Hollingsworth. Fills up the strike zone there, and the count moves to 1-1. There's Bragg's numbers on the season. She hits this one into left field for a base hit, and Kanaya, the freshman, on base with a single. She's now 1 for 2. She got that one off the end of the bat, but strong enough to get it out into left field. The Bruins on the season don't do a ton of running, but they are 24 of 29 on the season. This one on the outside corner to Alexis Ramirez. Ramirez singled in her first plate appearance. Takes that one off the plate. For Ramirez, only 19 at-bats coming into action tonight, so that ended up being her 5th hit on the season. Looking for another one here. In the dirt, and a good stop there behind the plate. That's Mia Kruger. There's Mia running back to her position. Kruger's a freshman out of Aliso Viejo from J. Sarah High School, and she's been doing a great job defensively behind home plate for the Lancers. This one fouled back. So 2-2 now the count. Ramirez, the designated player in this one for the Bruins. I mentioned UCLA. 22 mercy rule victories, as that one off of the knob of the bat. So foul ball. They've also got 14 as you take another look at the foul ball off of the knob of the bat there. Good work by our ESPN Plus production crew. Thank you to the guys and gals there, as that one's in the dirt. Ball squirts away, but Estrada is there. Count now full. Ramirez the hitter. Bragg the runner at first. She's 1 for 1 as far as stolen bases, and this one on the ground through the hole into left field. Couple of base hits here for the Bruins in the third. So nothing fancy. Couple hopper through the hole. Sometimes it's just about hitting it where they're not. And that was the case there for the Bruins. UCLA will employ a pinch runner here. So instead of Alexis Ramirez at first, looks like Riley Pinedo is going to be the pinch runner. And there's the official announcement. Pinedo, a junior out of Camarillo, California. Went to Camarillo High School. She's the runner at first. There's Mojica, the catcher. Mojica struck out her first plate appearance. Hollingsworth would like to get that result here as well, although a well-placed ground ball would help her and the defense also. But then again, on the flip side of that, Bruins have already well-placed a couple of these ground balls in the inning for base hits. Now on top of the count, Sofia Mojica up 3-0. Estrada, senior leadership coming out to the circle and having a word with her freshman hurler. The center fielder, Liesel Osteen, waiting on deck. Will she bat with the bases loaded or not? We'll get a timeout here. Is Hollingsworth now back in the circle and ready to go. And she misses with this one inside. And the bases are full of Bruins here in the third. So 2 across in the first, 1 in the second, and now the Bruins threatening here. Bases full of Bears and nobody out. Liesel Osteen fouls the first one away. She was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Hitting .333 on the season. But she only had 6 at-bats, official at-bats, 2 for 6. Tries to drop this one out into shallow left field, but it curls foul. So Osteen down in the count, 0-2. Osteen out of Simi Valley. Takes this one down and in from Hollingsworth. Close pitch. But Osteen, a good eye to take it. Count 1-2. And that one off the hands. Hollingsworth makes the catch, checks the runners, and is able to double up the runner off of second base. So 2 quick outs, as you can see here. Osteen trying to get that one out of the infield and didn't get it past Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth alert and finds the out there. 2 outs in the inning. First and third. And Caitlin Terry, the number 9 hitter, looks at the first one off the plate. That's up high. So the Bruins go from bases loaded, nobody outs, to first and third, 2 outs. A chance for Hollingsworth and the Lancers to put up a goose egg for this frame. There's a look at Caitlin Terry, batting from the left-hand side. Double and an RBI in her first plate appearance. That happened in the second. She swings and misses here. Still up on the count, though. 2-1. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Bruins. Just the 1 hit for the Lancers. So 3-1. The number 9 hitter, Caitlin Terry, on top of the count here. Terry is out of Glendale, Arizona. Greenway High School, and she'll take ball 4. So the Bruins once again with the bases loaded. Now to the top of the order. Here's Riley Slimp. You see the rise ball there. Didn't miss by much. And we are going to get a change of pitcher. We're going to step aside and give you the numbers. Slimp. She takes the first one just off the plate from Arana. Lily out of Santa Paula High School. Next one in the dirt. Mia Kruger with a good stop back there, and the count now 2-0. Slimp grounded out in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Still batting .417 on the season. This one gets by Kruger, and the run will come across. So the Bruins now up 4-0 as that one just got through the wickets there behind home plate. So Slimp on top of the count here, 3-0. Runners now at second and third. And now they're loaded once again. So not the part of the order that you want to face with a bunch of runners on, but here we are, bases loaded, and the number 2 hitter in the lineup now coming up for the Bruins, and their middle of the order is quite potent, as you might imagine, with the 7th ranked team in the nation. Pola, 1 for 2 on the night, singled, scored in the first. On the year, Savannah hitting .453, 7 home runs, 39 runs driven in. This one from Arana misses. So it's fun to look at some of the splits for players, and then you take a look at Paula. With runners on, she's hitting .519. With runners in scoring position, she's hitting .538. That one, Arana dots the inside corner. How about with the bases loaded, you ask? Savannah Pola on the season, hitting .500. How about with 2 outs? Pola hitting .485 on the season with 2 outs. So all around, fantastic hitter up there for the Bruins as she takes that one in the dirt. The count 2-1. There's Paula, out of Santa Ana originally. Batting from the left-hand side and looking to do some damage here for the Bruins. That one misses inside. Paula flinched at it, but was able to hold her swing and missed the inside corner, and she's on top of the count here. 3-1 with the bases loaded. A run already across in the inning. And another one comes in. Paula with the RBI. That's her 40th on the year. And she gets it the easy way as that rise ball from Arana misses up. So now 2 across in the inning. 5 total in the game. And conference time in the circle. Arana. There's the bullpen for the Lancers. That's the senior from Mater Dei High School, Morgan McConnell, out there loosening up just in case she is needed here. So bases loaded. Here's Jordan Woolery. Woolery has already got a home run in this one. That was in the first inning, a 2-run shot. Let's see what she does here against Lily Arana. Arana dots the inside corner there, 0-1. Woolery with runners in scoring position on the season, hitting .540. That one from Arana misses. So Woolery just having an all-around fantastic season for the Bruins. At the plate and over at the hot corner. Takes a healthy hack here, but fouls it straight back. Count now 1-2. Woolery in the first inning, her 2-run home run out over center field, right center field to be exact. Pretty much a no doubt about it shot, although Sydney Soto gave it a good chase as this one misses up and away. 2-2. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 here in the third, and that's where we stand. The Bruins up 5-0. Woolery fouls this pitch away and earns the chance to see another pitch from Arana. 1-2. Next one in the dirt to the junior out of Walnut Creek. Woolery went to Clayton Valley Charter High School. And the count's full. So are the bases. Just off the corner. Lancers wanted that one. But instead, another RBI for Jordan Woolery in this one. That's her third. Now she has 61 RBIs on the season. Bases still loaded. And another dangerous hitter. It's Megan Grant. Arana wants to take an extra moment here. 2 outs. Bases still full of Bruins. Grant on the season came in hitting .384. Takes the first one right down Broadway from Arana. Grant walked in the first. She was stranded at third. And then she was retired on a fly ball out to center field in the second. On the inside corner. Good location there from Arana. Evens the count at 1-1. Or excuse me, it's 0-2. I beg your pardon. 0-2. Arana trying to get out of this jam. Grant with a healthy swing. Fouls it away. Still 0-2. How about Grant's splits on the season? Runners in scoring position, 5-12. Hitting with 2 outs. He's batting .421. Off the corner. With the bases loaded on the season, Grant hitting a cool .500. So when you read off these splits, you can understand just why the Bruins are 36-5 on the season. They do it offensively, and they've got a fantastic pitching staff as well. This one hit well out to center field. Soto giving chase, leaps up, and this one is gone. A grand slam for Megan Grant. And the Bruins doing what you'd expect from the number 7 team in the nation. Just absolutely firing on all cylinders in all facets of the game. Good effort there by the senior in center field, Sydney Soto, but just not enough reach there. So Megan Grant's on the season now, 18 home runs. She now has 61 RBIs on the season. And back to the freshman now, Kanaya Bragg. The freshman hitting .347 on the season. Bragg was retired on a fly ball in the first. Singled and came around to score in the third. She gets into one, but that's well foul. It was up around Kanaya's eyes, and she lit up and turned on that one. She's got 6 home runs on the season, so the freshman shortstop, she's got some pop as well for the Bruins, who have put up a 7 spot here in the third inning. So home runs in this one by Woolery, a 2-run shot in the first, and Megan Grant, the grand slam here. with the 1-2. On the ground to Penberthy on a cross, and the inning has. And the first batter she will face is Mia Kruger. It'll be Kruger, Malachi Russell-Millen, and then the top of the order for the Lancers with Maddie Severns. So Kruger, her first at bat. Over the pitcher's head, there's Savannah Pulla moving in from second base to make a fine play and retire the Lancers catcher. One out in the inning. As you take another look, kind of in off of the hands of Kruger, and a good play over there at second base. Pulla made that play look easy, but that's not an easy play. Malachi Russell-Millen, the senior. Watch this first one up and in. 183 on the season. Malachi leads the team as far as drawing free passes, 19 walks on the year. She takes that one on the outside corner from Terry. It was Addison Fisher who got the start for the Bruins. She went two, just allowed the one hit, and now Caitlin Terry in the circle. They'll appeal on the check swing of Russell-Millen. No swing, says the first base umpire. So Malachi trying to get something started here for the number 9 spot in the batting order. And that one up and away. Russell-Millen on top of the count now, 3-1. So trying to get on base any way she can. The senior from Willows, California. Swung on and missed. Good healthy hack there from Russell-Millen. On the season, 13 hits in 71 at-bats, 3 doubles and a triple. She's driven home 10 runs. And she'll take another free pass here. The 20th on the season. As I mentioned, that leads the Lancers. So on base, the second baseman for the Lancers. They need base runners in the worst way here right now, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Here's Maddie Severns. Swung on and missed. A good healthy hack there. Lefty against lefty. Caitlin Terry there in the circle. Terry misses with the next one, the sophomore out of Greenway High School out in Glendale, Arizona. Severns grounded out to shortstop, her first plate appearance. Tries to slap that one out in the left field. Comes up empty and is down in the count, 1-2. A check on Malachi over at first. She's 1 of 1 as far as stolen bases and attempts on the year, but 10-0 game, you don't expect any running. Foul ball, not by much. So we'll do it again. Malachi back to first. Maddie Severns. She's got the 3rd best batting average on the team, at least coming into action here tonight. Hitting .329. Now officially up to the moment, .326 on the year for Severns. Trying to get on any way she can over the circle, and Paula makes the play while she's on the bag. Kanaya Bragg with the diving attempt. Paula just stuck her glove out and made an easy force play there. So 2 outs in the inning. Severns aboard on the fielder's choice. She's at first. Here's Priscilla Estrada. Estrada takes the first one, down and in. She didn't wait around too long in the first inning. One pitch, and she grounded out to second base, but that was against the freshman Addison Fisher. Now her first at bat against Caitlin Terry. Estrada takes that one on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. Estrada, all whack preseason. He's to take a look over there at Jordan Woolery at third base for the Bruins. Estrada fouls this one away. One and two on the senior from Grand Terrace. On the ground, Pola charges hard, flips it over to first, and despite a walk in the inning, nothing else left on base for the Lancers. They're down by a bundle here as we move to the fourth. CBU, little tune-up, midweek action, trying to get themselves ready for the West of Western Athletic Conference play. They had a big weekend this last weekend. Went up to Seattle and took 2 out of 3. Redbirds had only lost 2 conference games thus far in the season until the Lancers went up there and took 2 of 3 from them. So hitting right now is Jayla Castro. Her first at-bat of the evening, hitting .211 on the season. Fouls this one back. Castro, 4 hits in 19 at-bats. She's been productive, though, with those 4 hits. She's got 4 runs driven in, does Castro. She's out of Rockland High School. Facing Lily Arana. And swung on and missed. Arana with the strikeout as Castro caught reaching there. Another look at the strikeout for Arana. That'll bring up the catcher for the Bruins, Sophia Mojica. Mojica is struck out in the first, walked and scored in the third. Comes in batting .293 on the season. That's 17 hits in 58 bats coming in. So the Lancers took 2 of 3 last weekend in Seattle U, and they need to do similar things this weekend against UT Arlington. The Mavericks will be coming into the Inland Empire, and they're ahead of the Lancers in the conference standings. So bullet over to third, and the reflexes of a kitty cat over there, and Kate Penberthy just got to check the glove after that one. Take another look. This thing is hit like a blur. Penberthy makes the catch. She likes the hot corner over there and plays it very well. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the center fielder who's moved over to right field now. Liesel Osteen, hit by a pitch. She came around to score in the second. Lined out in the third. And she takes another one here, so she's been plunked twice in this one. She'll take her base. Looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. Of course, wouldn't you be if you just got hit in the elbow with a softball? I know I would be. All right. Looks like Osteen is fine over there at first. Here's the right fielder now pitching for the Bruins, Caitlin Terry. Terry, already a productive night at the plate. Double, RBI. That was in the second. Walked and scored in the third. A check of Osteen over at first. 0 for 1 on the season as far as stolen bases and attempts are concerned. Change, misses low, throw down as Osteen happened to be running on that pitch. I do not have the Bruins signs, but she steals that one successfully. First stolen base on the year for Osteen. Next one from Arana. Finds the plate in the count. 1-2. Next one, rise ball. Misses up high. Arana trying to put the first goose egg of the night up against the Bruins. They got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 7 in the third. And that's where we stand now, 10-0 in the fourth. And that one called to strike 3 on the off speed. And Arana will take it. Lancers get the goose egg as you take another look. Must have clipped the bottom of the zone there. Kate takes the first one off the plate. She's 1 for 1, singled in the first inning. Takes a mighty hack there, comes up empty. Count 1-1. There's Penberthy, 32 RBIs. Good for 6th in the Western Athletic Conference as we stand now. Rise ball, misses, and the count in Penberthy's favor at 2-1. After Penberthy, it'll be Ashley Annette and Kalena Burns. This one, excuse me swing, and fouled at home plate. So the count 2-2. Penberthy up against Caitlin Terry for the first time. Her first plate appearance was against the freshman Addison Fisher. This one, line drive, frozen rope out to left field. Now it gets past the left fielder, so Penberthy will take the extra base. So the Lancers need base runners and eventually runs. And they get a leadoff double here. And here now is the leading hitter as far as batting average on the team, Ashley Annette, as you see some of the leading Lancers here. Sydney Soto, Annette, the aforementioned leader at the batting average of .347, Kalena Burns and Maddie Severns on the screen. So Penberthy, whose average is just below Soto's, as that one is flared out into right field just over Savannah Pola's head. So Ashley Annette didn't waste any time. First pitch she saw, singled into right field, and the Lancers are in business now. Runners at first and third, nobody out. So the fourth hit of the evening for the Lancers, and now here is Kalena Burns, the designated player. Takes a hack, comes up empty, and the count 0-1. Burns, the transfer from Iowa. She played here last season. Coming to play closer to home. Went to Corona Centennial High School. Burns now down in the count, though. 0-2. You see her numbers on the season. One of the leading hitters as far as batting average. She leads the team in home runs with 5. And 16 runs driven in to boot. That one, Terry misses outside, and the count's 1-2. Caitlin Terry, an earned run average coming into action here tonight of 1.81. Good for tops on the team. And this one singled into right field. So another base hit for the Lancers. 3 singles in the inning. And That's good for a run. Lancers get on the board. It's 10-1. 17th run driven in on the season for Kalena Burns, and she will get pinch run for over there at first. Looks like Savannah Gatewood, number 32. She is a freshman out of West Ranch High School. So Lancers doing something here offensively against the number 7 team in the country. And this is what you need going back into conference play. Get yourself some offensive momentum against one of the best teams in the whole nation. Might make UT Arlington's pitching staff look a little bit more hittable after seeing these Bruin hurlers here tonight. Here's Soto, hitting .306 on the season. 0 for 1 here tonight. Fouls this one straight back, and Sydney down on the count. 0-2. Soto on the year, 30 hits and 99 at-bats. With runners in scoring position, hitting .259 on the season, but comes up empty here. Swung on and missed as Caitlin Terry induces the swinging strikeout. She does that quite a bit. 112th strikeout on the season for Terry. Here's the freshman, Stevie Robinson. First one off the hands and fouled away. 0-1. Robinson playing a sparkling defense out in left field. Made a couple of diving catches this last weekend up in Seattle. And those first 2 games, those were pitchers' duels. So the defense absolutely crucial as the Lancers beat Seattle U 1-0 in the first game last Friday and 2-1 in the nightcap of the doubleheader. As Robeson down in the count 0-2 takes that one up and in. So Robeson trying to keep the offense rolling here. On the ground, Terry makes the play and will go and get the lead runner. So Ashley Annette cut down at third. Robeson aboard at first on the fielder's choice. And the pinch runner, Savannah Gatewood, is the runner at second. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. So instead of the catcher, Mia Kruger, we're going to see McKenna DeShiel. DeShiel has been very good off the bench for the Lancers. DeShiel on the season, 7 hits and 25 at-bats. That's good for a .280 batting average as she takes the first one for a strike. She's got 2 home runs on the season and 5 runs driven in, so she has had a bit of pop. And a good healthy swing there, but the show comes up empty against Terry in the count. Quickly 0-2. 2 outs in the inning, a run across for the Lancers, looking for more. And that one will get down. A single into right field. Here comes the play at the plate. A good throw. And it is on line and in time. So Gatewood thrown out at the plate. The Lancers just able to score the one as you take another look. What a throw out there by Liesl Osteen. And that'll do it for the Lancers. In the circle for the Lancers. She's on in relief of the freshman, Annika Hollingsworth. Marana now into her second full inning of work. The first one on the inside corner. Top of the order here for the Bruins. Riley Slimp, Savannah Pola, and Jordan Woolery. Slimp walked her last plate appearance. She came around to score. 0 for 2 otherwise. She fouls this one away. The freshman hitting .417 on the season. She's out of Georgetown, Texas. Went to Liberty Hill High School. Trying to get something started for UCLA here. Arana misses with the 0-2. Seeing if she could get Slimp to go chasing. Riley did not. Once again, in the dirt. Count evens up at 2-2. Bruins have left 5 runners on base in this one, but they've scored 10. Lancers have left 4 runners aboard. This one in the dirt. And from 0-2, now Riley Slimp has worked the count full. Arana checks the placard on her wrist. Now to the hitter. Lifted, left field. Robeson drifting under it, makes the catch. 1 out here in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Savannah Pola. There's Robeson putting it away out in left field. Can of corn out there. There's the Bruins dugout. Arana misses with the first one. Up and away. Savannah Pola, 1 for 2 here tonight. Singled, came around to score in the first. Was retired on a fly ball to center in the second. Walked. And that was an RBI walk in the third. Also came around to score. She scored in that inning on the Megan Grant grand slam. So the Bruins, after this, more Big Ten action, they'll go home, play the Washington Huskies for 3 games, and they'll go up to Eugene, Oregon to play the Ducks in a huge series. That's next weekend. Then they'll play a Big West opponent on April 22nd, the beach of Long Beach State. And then, with that weird Big Ten schedule, is this one lifted out to right field, going back and catching it with 2 hands on the track is Maddie Severns. But as I was saying, the Bruins then will head on out to Ann Arbor, Michigan to face the Wolverines on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. It just kind of looks weird looking at the schedule nowadays with the Bruins. So forgive me. Allow my feeble mind some time to adjust. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Jordan Woolery. 2-run home run in the first, walked in the second. RBI walk in the third, and came around to score. So a very productive evening for the Bruins third baseman. Arana pitching carefully. Misses with the first 2. It's 2-0. Megan Grant, Big Ten Player of the Week, on deck. Woolery takes that one. Center cut in the count now, 2-1. Arana misses away. In the count now, 3-1. 2 outs in the inning. Chance for a 1-2-3 frame for the Lancers. Inside corner. Count runs full. Sellout crowd here tonight at the John C. Funk Stadium. Make your plans. Come on out this weekend. Big Western Athletic Conference series against UT Arlington as Arana gets a big strikeout. Jordan Woolery goes down swinging. It's 10-1 as we move to action in the bottom of the 5th. Against Malachi Russell Millen. First one. Up, out of the plates. Lancers trying to extend this game here at this point. Malachi walked in the 3rd inning. She leads the Lancers in that offensive category. Cecil with the 1-1. Check swing, fouled at the plate. Mentioned Jada Cecil out of Temecula. She went to Temecula Valley High School, and then she's a transfer from the Tritons of UC San Diego. We'll see them at the end of the season on April 28th. It's a makeup from a rainout earlier in the year. Malachi gets around on one, but fouls it away. I think the Bruins even played the Tritons here a couple weeks ago. Actually, a couple days ago, my bad, a week from today, they beat UC San Diego 9-0. That was in 5. Malachi trying to get on base here. Fouls that one down the line. It's 1-2. So I mentioned Lancers, a tune-up here against one of the top teams in the nation, trying to get ready for the WAC. UT Arlington coming in this weekend for the doubleheader on Friday. One game on Saturday. That'll all be here on ESPN Plus. As that one from Cecil misses high. Then the Lancers will play a midweek game next week against UNLV in Vegas. And then they travel up to St. George, Utah, April 18th and 19th for another huge WAC conference matchup. Then they'll come back home April 25th and 26th, Abilene Christian here at the John C. Funk. And then that Triton game I told you about. And then Tarleton State, and that's it. Then it's conference playoff time. This one out into right field, skied out there. That'll be put away by Caitlin Terry. There's that rest of the schedule. Big conference series this weekend against UT Arlington. That'll be here in Riverside, and that'll be on ESPN Plus, as all of those games will. Here's Valerie Alvarez in an opportunity. Swings at the first pitch, and that one will be caught by the catcher right at the screen.
Your shortstop,
So the Lancers potentially down to their final out here. Priscilla Estrada against Jada Cecil. 10-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, and Estrada fouls this one away. Priscilla on the night, 0 for 2. Couple of ground balls out to Savannah Pola at second base. So the senior trying to get on base here with 2 outs. Preseason Western Athletic Conference selection. Along with Penberthy and Kalena Burns. Estrada 1-1. Just off the plate, and the count 1-2. Excuse me, 2-1. Estrada off the hands, fouls that one away, and the count now 2-2. Kate Penberthy on deck. So in this one, it's been Addison Fisher, Caitlin Terry, and now Jada Cecil here for the Bruins. Try to get a couple of their hurlers, a little bit of work each. Lancers earlier in the season faced Oklahoma, the Florida Gators. Now another highly ranked opponent. Cecil misses with that one, though the count runs full. That one foul down the line. Looked promising off the bat, but the closer it got to the ground, the farther it fell foul. And Estrada will grab the bat and do it again. 3-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Lancers' lone run came in the bottom of the 4th, and they'll get a base runner here as Estrada works the 2-out walk.
Number 7, Kate Penberthy.
Ripped foul. So we'll do it again on 1-2. Penberthy, you see her night. 2 for 2. Lancers just with 6 hits on the night, so. And this one too short on a hop and past the shortstop, but the throw to third is in time. Estrada trying to take the extra base, and she is cut down there. A little conversation, but the Bruins victorious in this one, 10-1. 10 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the UCLA Bruins. And 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Lancers. Each team left 5 runners on base in this one.